The lion is the king of the jungle not because of his size, strength, or speed, but because of his presence. When a lion enters a space, silence falls, respect rises, fear stirs. But what's powerful is that he doesn't need to roar to be seen. That's the mindset of true greatness. In your life, you're going to be tempted to prove yourself to people who don't matter. You'll feel the urge to explain your decisions, to defend your silence, to validate your journey. But the lion within you doesn't need to make noise. To be respected, he waits, he watches, he understands that power is best used with precision, not wasted on every passing challenge. Don't roar just to show you're loud. Roar only when it's time to strike. That's what separates kings from pawns. You don't react to every comment. You don't fight every battle. You fight the right ones with purpose. A lion doesn't chase every animal that runs. He knows what he's after, and when he locks in, nothing escapes his grip. You must train your mind to move with this level of clarity. Stop scattering your energy. Stop roaring at everything. Save your power for the moment that matters, and when it comes, let the world feel what silence has been building. A lion doesn't rise at dawn wondering if he feels like hunting. He rises because he must, because his survival depends on it, because his pride is counting on him. Comfort is a luxury he cannot afford. And if you want to live like a lion, you want to win, to rise, to dominate, you must kill comfort before it kills your potential. Most people are addicted to ease. They crave weekends, shortcuts, applause, and instant results. But a lion craves the hunt. He doesn't ask, is it hard? He asks, is it worth it? Hunger is not just physical, it's spiritual, mental, emotional. It is the fire in your belly that whispers, I'm not done yet. You will never reach your next level by staying where it's easy. That job you hate, that routine you tolerate, that dream you keep delaying because you're scared to fail, that's comfort talking. But the lion in you wants war not with others, but with weakness. Every time you rise early when it's cold, every time you show up when you're tired, every time you train, study, build, grind, without applause, you're feeding your hunger and silencing the lies that comfort tries to tell you. And don't get it twisted, hunger isn't about desperation, it's about focus. It's about refusing to settle for a life less than what you were built for. It's about waking up and saying, I want more, not because I'm ungrateful, but because I was made for more. Lions don't hunt to show off, they hunt to feed the vision, to protect the legacy, to honor the bloodline. And so should you. Kill the noise. Embrace the early mornings, the silent nights, the repetition, the grind. Because when you stop chasing comfort, you start building greatness. That's the lion mentality. Stay hungry, stay sharp, stay ready. A lion may roam the savannah alone, but make no mistake, he is never weak. Solitude is not his punishment, it is his weapon. In the quiet he listens, in the quiet he sharpens, in the quiet he prepares. And in that same way, the strongest phase of your growth will not be when you're surrounded by applause, friends, or comforted. Will be when you're alone, misunderstood, forgotten, and still moving forward. Society teaches you to fear being alone, as if solitude means failure. But lions know the truth. Solitude is where real strength is born. That moment when your phone stops buzzing, your so-called friends vanish, your support system crumbles, and your comfort is gone. That's where you find out who you really are. Let them talk, let them doubt you, let them think you've disappeared. Because while they're watching others, you're watching yourself evolve. No distractions, no pity, no noise, just purpose. You see, lions don't travel in packs unless there's a reason. Most of the time, they walk solo not because they're arrogant, but because they trust their instincts more than the crowd. You must learn to do the same. Everyone wants the crown, but no one wants the isolation that comes with it. Everyone wants the success, but not the lonely nights, the early mornings, the missed parties, the battles fought in silence. But here's the truth they don't want to admit. The higher you go, the thinner the air gets. You'll lose people, yes, but you'll gain clarity, you'll gain focus. You'll gain the kind of resilience no crowd can teach you. Walking alone teaches you not only how to survive, but how to conquer. You don't need constant encouragement. You don't need a daily dose of praise. What you need is belief, the kind that doesn't crumble when no one's clapping. What you need is that lion's mindset. I walk alone not because I'm lost, but because I'm leading myself somewhere greater. When you're alone, your senses heighten. You begin to feel life more deeply. You see the distractions for what they are. You cut off what's fake. You realize who you really are beneath the surface. And suddenly, it all makes sense. The silence, the stillness, the struggle. It was preparing you to roar, preparing you to stand so firm that when the world finally hears your name, they'll think you came out of nowhere. But you didn't. You were just building in the shadows, training, waiting, becoming, alone, yes, but never weak. The lion doesn't explain himself to the jungle. He doesn't go around announcing his presence, trying to prove his dominance to every animal. He simply exists, and that's enough. His walk commands attention, his stillness shakes the ground. And when he roars, it's not to boast, it's to declare, I am here. That is the essence of true power. And in your life, the world does not need another person making noise with empty words. The world needs someone who can walk into the room and let their results speak volumes. That's the lion mentality: less talk, more execution. In a world where everyone is screaming to be seen, the most dangerous person is the one who moves in silence and lets their work echo through every corner of the battlefield that you see. Noise is cheap. Anyone can talk about dreams. Anyone can post about grinding, but only a few have the discipline to wake up day after day and execute in silence. Because results are born in repetition. Real progress doesn't happen in public, it's forged in the lonely hours when no one's watching. The sweat you pour in the dark is what makes you shine in the light. The lion doesn't rehearse for the hunt when the prey is in front of him. He has trained for it his whole life. Every moment, every step, every breath is preparation. You must build your life like that. Stop over-explaining, stop sharing plans with people who don't even believe in themselves. Just go to work. Put your head down, sharpen your claws, hunt your vision in the silence. The time will come when your results will roar so loud, they won't need captions. Your success will become your voice, your consistency will become your confidence, and people will wonder where you came from because they couldn't hear your noise. They missed your struggle, they overlooked your journey, but they won't be able to ignore your outcome, because when a lion strikes, he doesn't ask for attention, it's demanded by impact. And so must you build. Every step in silence, every failure turned into fuel, every hour of pain transformed into power. Let the critics talk, let the doubters speculate. Let them whisper behind your back while you construct an empire in the shadows. Let them laugh while you sharpen your skills. Let them scroll past your discipline and obsess over distractions. Because when your time comes, you won't need to scream. Your life will scream for you. Your habits, your body, your business, your character, they will roar on your behalf. That's the lion's way. Let them judge your silence. Let them assume you're finished. Just make sure when you break your silence, it's not with words, it's with undeniable proof. Because real lions don't need to say, watch me. Their results say it for them. And when you roar, let it not be out of anger or ego, let it be a celebration of every silent battle you fought, every lonely hour you endured, and every mountain you climbed when no one believed you could. That is the roar that echoes beyond the jungle. That is the roar that shakes the world. There's something ancient and eternal about a lion's spirit. He doesn't need permission to be great. He doesn't apologize for his strength. He doesn't shrink to make others feel comfortable. He was built for the battle, born to lead, and destined to rule, and so are you. You weren't created for a life of mediocrity. You weren't sent here to play it safe, to hide your voice, or to blend into the crowd. There's a beast inside you, caged by fear, chained by doubt, silenced by society, and it's time to set it free. You are not made for the sidelines. You are not born to spectate while others live their dreams. That itch you feel in your soul, that fire you can't explain, that hunger that never goes away, that's your lion waking up. And the world might try to tame you. They'll try to mold you, break you, distract you, label you. They'll tell you to slow down, to stay quiet, to follow the rules. But lions don't follow the herd, they lead it. And if you ever want to own your life, you must accept this truth. Leadership is not about being the loudest in the room, it's about being the most disciplined when no one's watching. It's about enduring the storm and never backing down. It's about staying the course even when the map is unclear and the road is lonely. That lions are not built in comfort, they're forged in fire, in struggle, in rejection, in loss. The pain you've endured, it wasn't pointless, it was preparing you. Every setback was strength training. Every failure, a sharpening of your instincts. Every betrayal, a reminder to trust yourself. People see the roar and crown, but they don't see the nights of survival, the blood, the hunger, the endurance. They don't see the mental battles, the emotional scars, the internal wars you fought to even be standing here. But you know, and that's what makes your leadership real. You don't need a title, you don't need a spotlight. You lead by example. You walk through fire and don't burn. You carry pain and turn it into passion. You stay standing when others would fall. That's lion mentality. But let's go deeper, because a lion doesn't lead just for himself. He leads to protect, to elevate, to ensure that his pride, his legacy, his people thrive. And that's your mission too. Your battle is not just about success. It's about breaking generational limits. It's about showing others what's possible. It's about being the one who said enough to excuses, to weakness, to small living. When you rise, you don't just lift yourself, you lift everyone watching. And yes, leadership is lonely. Yes, it's exhausting, but it's also sacred, because somewhere, someone is watching you right now, taking notes, building courage, and silently saying to themselves, if they can do it, so can I. That's leadership. That's legacy. That's power. So, don't run from the battle, run toward it. Don't shrink back when life punches your louder. Don't be afraid to carry the weight of greatness, it was carved for your shoulders. And don't wait for approval to start leading. The jungle doesn't crown you king, you crown yourself through your actions. You don't need them to understand your journey. You don't need them to believe in you. The lion never checks to see if the hyenas approve of his plan, he just moves. And when it's time to strike, he doesn't hesitate. Let them call you arrogant. Let them call you obsessed. Let them say you're too focused, too intense, too ambitious. That's fine, because while they talk, you'll be building. While they complain, you'll be conquering. While they rest, you'll be rising. And one day, they'll realize you weren't being arrogant, you were just operating on a level they couldn't see. That's what the lion does. He doesn't wait to be understood. He doesn't stop to explain his mission. He just leads. So the next time life tests you, the next time fear whispers in your ear, the next time the weight feels unbearable, remember who you are. You are not average. You are not weak. You are not here to quit. You are a lion, born to fight, built to rise, designed to lead, destined to dominate. And no jungle, no challenge, no enemy, no delay can stop what's already in your blood. Stand tall, eyes forward, heart burning, and when the world hears your roar, let it shake the earth. This isn't just motivation. This is your identity. This is your legacy. This is the lion mentality.